Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell and Sonny. Nice to have you in the studio today.
Thank you.
This is your debut in the studio today.
Yes,
so you're welcome to Tom Free Studio. And I'm here with two football guru, Mr. Sonny and Mr. Maxwell.
Thank you.
We'll just go straight to why we are here. There have been World Cup qualification in the continent of Africa, and especially West Africa and also in the north and the south. But I just want us to get some analysis and result of some games that were played, especially on Thursday and also on Friday. First, I will go with you, Maxwell. Ghana played against Mali.
Yeah.
And for many football fans, they thought, the match would go against Ghana because the performance of Ghana for the previous game and also the national team as a whole. What had been happening, changing of coaches, the new appointment of Otto Addo. And Mali, for the last Nations Cup, they played very well. Actually lost in the semi-final. And Ghana went out, during the second round. So what are you going to say about the game between Ghana and Mali?
The game itself was a very good game. It was a game of two halves. Mali dominated the first half, and then Ghana also dominated the second half. But going into that game, Ghana and Mali looked favorites for the game. Looking at the quality on the quality they have. I mean, when it comes to the playing body, they have a lot of professionals. Their players play big teams in Europe.
In Europe, that's correct.
Yes, and though Ghana also have good players who are coming up, but when you compare player to player, they are ahead of Ghana. And like you said, the recent results also shows they are the better side, and all odds were for them.
Yes.
But Ghana, on the other hand, had a new coach. We had a new coach, Otto Addo, who took the team to the World Cup.
He's a new coach, but not new coach.
Yes. He just took over the team. They just appointed him like second coming, I must say. Yes, it's the second coming. And he took over the team, and straight away we saw his handwriting on the team. Yes. First, he dropped the captain of the side, the DIU. He dropped him from the squad. He did not even include him in the squad. So you can see this is a coach who came to do what he wants to do, not what people want.
That's correct.
So
because there have been many influences.
Yes.
In the national team.
He dropped the captain and then came up with the 23-man squad that traveled to Mali. And then on the day, the selection that came, the first 11 that started, he also dropped the brother of the captain also. That is Jordan Ayew. He started him from the bench. So you realize this coach have different reading to the game, like different tactics. Because if you compare the two strikers that we were having Semenyo from Bournemouth, He is strong, physically he is strong, and when you look at the Malians, you need people with physique to play them. So he started him ahead of Jordan Ayew. But if you look at the whole squad and the setup of the Ghanaians, you realize the coach went into the game with the aim of not conceding. So we started with three central defenders and then two wing backs in the form of 5 defense, if I must say, with Thomas Partey and Salis playing as a pivot, like 2 double 6.
Yeah.
So if you look at the setup, you realize our coach went to the Malians right from onset that he will not lose, and then
he has a game plan.
Yes, but the game itself, the Malians dominated the first half. They were so. In fact, our goalkeeper was very busy during the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you watch the game, you can see that within 10 minutes, they had about 4 shots on target. The goalkeeper has to make some saves to keep us in the game. And then later, we came into the game around 30th minute. We started to also see our rhythm. And then, unfortunately for us, just on the stroke of halftime, we conceded, which was very bad. But I give credit to the coach once again. When we went to the dressing room, you could see he talked with them. He talked with them in a way that immediately we came to the second half, you realize the boys were eager to do something. The game plan changed. They started running more, So on the whole, I must say the tactics of the Ghana coach worked.
We'll come back to the coach. I just want to ask you something about Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah.
For me, I know Kudus energetic. I know Kudus as a very positive player, but on that night, he was nowhere to be found. So, what will you say to that? Are you going to say, is it fatigue? Or are you going to say maybe it's not his night?
It's not, I don't know, but from what I watched, you realize that the Ghana coach, I must say, started the game with a certain plan, which is hard to understand. He played Kudus and this guy from Olympic Lyon. They call him Nuama.
Yeah, Nuama.
The one who got the equalizer. Yeah. He played them as double number 10. You understand? They were both on the same position, so they were running into each other the whole game until I think 70th minute, 80th minute. They were running into each other. And Kudus, the team he plays and what he did in Europe, everybody knows him. So I'm sure they also worked on Kudus, because in the game you can see anytime Kudus gets the ball, someone is on him. So he couldn't get a chance to do what he wants to do. But the weather was also one of the factors. I think it was around 34 degrees that night. Most of these boys just dropped from Europe. So maybe it's fatigue, like you said.
Okay.
Maybe.
Personally, what do you think about the Ghana national team this era? Because like Nigerian national team also, they are trying to build a new era of players. Just in few seconds, what's your thought on the Ghana national team as a whole?
Yeah, Ghana national team now is an amazing team, because they have, as what the coach did now, he's really, he has a new vision for the team to compare the time of the last AFCON. So now he just shoveled a lot of players, which he knows what he's doing. Okay. So it's a new team.
Okay,
they will come up.
Okay, that's interesting. You said something. You know what he's doing, and that is very important for coaches to know what they are doing, not being influenced by any external body or anyone else. Yeah. Come back to the coach Otto Addo.
Yes.
Like I said before, he's new and he's not new. He was the one that was responsible for Nigeria to go to the World Cup. 2022.
It's good.
Now he's back in Ghana. Before the AFCON, he was sacked or resigned.
He resigned.
He resigned. And then
because on his first coming, it was a part-time job. Yes, he was working with Dortmund.
Okay.
And then he used that. When during the qualifiers, we sacked our coach. So that was when the draw came that we have to play Nigeria both home and away. So they appointed him as a part-time coach just to take care of that 2 games. And then, lucky enough, he qualified us. So they said, okay, he should take us to the World Cup. And then when we come back, we'll see what to do. So
what do you see in Otto Addo in the future? If we say, okay, in the next 4 or 5 years, what do you think is going to take Ghana football?
Yes.
Where Ghana football was, because Ghana football was up there before, but now it is here. And the same thing I will speak also for Nigerian football. It was up there before, but now it's at this level. So in your own perspective and as a footballer and also as someone that have insight into sports, what do you think Ghana football will be in the next 2, 3, 4 years if Otto Addo is given that opportunity?
I think our football is going to be somewhere good, like where we want it to be. Looking at what he has started, looking at what he has started with, and I think Africa, they will never leave the coach to do his job. That's what they normally do. Ministers will be bringing their players, FA presidents and FA. So, but what I see in this man, I think if he's been given the free will to do what he wants to do, I think he can take Ghana somewhere. From what he did with the previous game, like the home and away against Nigeria before the World Cup, and what he did in the World Cup, he can do something. He can take Ghana somewhere.
I hope that will be the case for Ghana football, because many football loving fans in Africa and in African continent as a whole, they've seen Nigeria and Ghana as a pinnacle in the world of football. And what is happening to both national teams today is not something fans especially in the continent of Africa are happy about, especially Nigerians and the Ghanaians. So I hope in the future Ghana football will be where it used to be, in the likes of the Abedi Peles, the Anthony Yeboahs and all of that. So I wish Ghana Football Federation and Otto Addo also success in the future, and I hope they will qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what we are hoping for. Every Ghanaian is hoping for.
Because Africa need a strong team to represent our body, in the world stage of football. Sonny, quickly, Nigeria, of course, the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Wow.
Another draw, 3 out of 3.
Yes.
What's your thought? Because for me, I have a lot to say about Nigeria, but I just wanted you to say your thoughts on the Super Eagles. We have a new coach now, Finidi George. He was there for more than 2 years now as an assistant, and he was there at the last AFCON, and now he is the head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts? 1-1 against South Africa in Uyo.
Yeah, it's an amazing game.
Really? You think it's an amazing game?
Yeah,
for me, I see it as a loss.
You know why? Because the fight doesn't end. The fights they didn't finish in AFCON is what they they come up with on Friday in the Uyo Stadium, National Stadium. What is it's what it is. Football is now national team of Nigeria. They really have a great players now. If they close themselves well, they will do great. Because if you look at the front, they have a good attacker, but what they are lacking is what? It's only defense. When they
think so?
Yes. If you check all the whole players, they are very, very good, but the problem they have for the moment is only defense. But the game of yesterday against South Africa, they will come up with something later.
You think so?
Yes.
For me, Nigerian national team, like I said before about the Ghanaian national team, our national team have been missing out for some years now. We are not where we used to be. And also, there are a lot of challenges, in the technical staff, also in the NFF, and it's not helping the national team. I'm talking about all national teams, but now we're just focusing on the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And the last AFCON, we're just in the final by chance. We're not in the final by merit. Like I said in one of our previous episode, in football sometimes the better side lose, and
Always.
Also the weaker team win, So I will say our national team has not been the way it used to be. like we used to know. So the last game also, I was not impressed. I saw the game. The shots on targets were, were not encouraging. Even the players. I know it's a new team. It's a new coach. I will not say it's a new team. It's just 2 or 3 players being added.
Yeah.
Okay, the coach has been there before. The assistant coach, they are new. Okay, but the coach is not a new
some
coach.
are new, some are not new.
Yeah, but the coach has been there. But my thoughts on the team, we are not where we used to be. And also, I think the NFF and the technical crew need to do more concerning the Super Eagles. If we will qualify, because we've played 3 out of 3 and 3 points.
3 points.
So what I want to ask you now is, do you think the Super Eagles of Nigeria is going to qualify for the next World Cup?
Yes.
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 And
my
can
prediction
you
is
can
yes.
you elaborate on that?
Yes. Why I said yes, they will qualify. Then the second position will be South Africa.
So you if I understand your prediction that they will qualify.
It's fine.
But I want you to give me some analysis,
yes,
or elaborate more of what you think in the future about the team. What change need to be done, what they need to do. Because if you say they will qualify,
yes,
everybody can say they will qualify. But
what 3 draw in 3 games? You say you will qualify.
The potential is there. The players, they have a good players. As I said before, what they need to do is just what? To buckle up of what? The defense. They have a good keeper. I think out of 3 keepers they have. No, they have added what now from Okereke, if I'm not mistaken of his name.
Okay, come back.
Yes.
Okay,
so which the 3 keeper they have now, without the number 1 keeper, at least 3 standards keeper now plus the number 1 is 4 standards keeper. They have keeper, very very good.
But then, keeper doesn't score the goal.
I know. I'm coming. What I'm trying to say is this: the job of the keeper is also the job of the defense. If there is a lack of the defense, of course, keeper can't do anything.
That's true.
So what they need now, they have everything. Out of 100, they are lacking only 1%. That 1% is what? Is the defense. They have a good midfielder. The strikers, they are more than... It's uncountable. And have it in mind, the coach now, which is Finidi George, it was the time he was a player. He's a winger. He plays, even the time he was plays in Ajax, he plays winger. So he knows what, if you watch the game, you see what they are doing.
Let me remind you of something. The last game,
yes.
15 total shots on target, 15 total shots on goal.
Yes.
Only 2 on target. Okay. Only 2 on target. So if you are telling me that they will qualify with this record I'm looking at for yesterday, 15 total shots, only 2 on target.
It's
not even half, not even average. And you say they will qualify.
They will qualify.
And if they continue for the next game, 15 shots, only 2 on target, they will qualify.
See where they have.
Football is not magic.
I know.
Football is practical.
Where they have to do addition is this: let them remove the guy they used yesterday. I forgot his name.
Lukman.
No, not Lukman. The number 19. Let them start with Victor Boniface. If they start with Victor Boniface, such chances they will not miss it.
Maxwell,
because he's a go-getter.
What's your thoughts on the Super Eagles?
I don't know. Nigeria have all the strikers in this world. I remember when we were coming to play you, Nigerians were making mockery of us that they will even loan us strikers. You have strikers in abundance.
They're uncountable.
You cannot score goals.
They're uncountable.
You have problem with goal scoring.
You can have weapon and don't know how to use the weapon. So the weapon becomes useless.
Because Nigeria have about 6 strong strikers.
Brother,
it's more than to have one of
it's
them.
More than 6.
Nigeria have a lot of players in every position.
Now they are more than 6.
But like I said, we have
but when it comes to midfield, Ghana is always stronger than Nigeria. We produce more midfielders than you do.
Because really? the Kenke makes them to get power.
But Nigeria have strikers. I don't know why.
Nigeria have strikers, but if you
look at Boniface on the bench.
That's what
That
I'm
means
telling.
there is. You have
It's more than enough.
good ones to even start.
They are
Lukman scored
five on the
hat-trick
bench.
in the
UEFA
Europa League,
final.
and I don't even remember him playing 3 shots
that much.
yesterday.
No, yesterday, you know how many players they give him? They give him 3 players. Only him.
Yana
Just-
was there,
Just hold
Iheanacho.
him. Don't let him move.
and I saw
They give
Yana
him 3
playing
players.
number 10 or something.
So look-
Yeah.
It's like the setup is not
Exactly.
look,
Yeah,
like
like
an
Rally said, even the lineup.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
They
Him
set
not
up.
playing as if he is a midfielder. You know,
How
so
they set
you
up.
know, if you could see the lineup also, it's a strange
4-4-2.
lineup. You know, exactly.
And he was playing as a number 10 behind the striker.
No, I don't remember any coach
he
playing
ca-
4-4-2
he
in
comes
this
to-
generation.
He comes to pick the ball, dribble, and
My thought on Finidi George, you can play football doesn't mean you can coach.
yes. Not
You understand?
every good footballer
You
can be
can
a
play
coach.
football, but
He
my
want to-
thought on Finidi George,
He's performing. He wants
if
to
I
be
will
like
analyze
Ancelotti.
Finidi George, I don't think is the good hand that can handle the Super Eagles. Maybe I might be exaggerating because of my high expectation, about the national team, or because of what has been happening over the years. But I don't see this. I'm not confident in the future about the Super Eagles.
Yeah,
I'm not confident about the future.
Maybe,
I don't know where that challenge is coming from. That click.
You are right.
Even when Pesero was there, even when Gerard Raw was there, I'm still missing something about the Super Eagles.
Yeah, they
Because, like you said, we have talents all over the world. Home and
is
abroad.
it because you have too many big players? Because I
No.
remember the last AFCON that was this Stephen Keshi who won you the AFCON.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
the
players he
2013,
took. The players he took. I don't think there were too
many superstars. You're right.
professionals.
You're
No,
right.
it's not.
It was home base that gave us the cup.
Yes.
Sunday Mba.
So maybe your FA thinks a local coach can do
That is-
something
that-
better. Maybe that's why they gave him the job.
It what the fans asked for.
A local coach.
The fans
But there
ask
is-
for a local
there is a
coach.
lot of
because
local
of
coach can do
the
more.
past AFCON, Emasfe and other national teams in the
Yeah.
AFCON that came with local coach,
coaches,
and they went, they did
Far.
well,
They
and they
did
went
well,
far
yes,
in
yes.
the competition. So the fans asked for a local
Like
coach.
Senegal sticking to
Yeah,
CC
CC.
and
I
Robertson.
I support the local coach also, but I'm missing something. That's my own instincts about our national team. I'm missing something in that national team.
Like-
I don't know, where it's coming from. Like the national team that I want, the national team, that is compact. The national team that is playing football with confidence. The national team that is playing football that, we are team. Look, the South African national team.
Yes.
They are nobody, but when they are playing,
They are playing as a
they are
team.
playing
That is a
as
team,
a team.
yes.
They are playing with confidence. They are playing the Senegals. That's what I'm missing in our national team. So on the final thoughts, will Nigeria qualify?
On the final thought is what is there? You mentioned about Finidi. Finidi, to me, Finidi is not a first choice. My fourth choice, what NFA miss is Amuneke, which most of the players now is the founder. If you mention like Osimhen, Chukwueze, Kelechi Iheanacho, and the rest of them, he's the father who germinated them, make them to
Where they are now.
exactly, who take them to win under 17 World Cup. So they are royal to him. Finidi is just like, what should I say? Just assistant. That's what he's supposed to be.
Okay.
So
We'll
that's my own
We'll leave
view.
that to the NFF if they made the right choice or they made the wrong choice.
To me, they have.
So on the final note, Maxwell, will Nigeria? Do you see Nigeria?
I see them struggling, but it's early days yet.
It's early days.
Yes. Now football now football has developed. Not like those days when Nigeria is playing Guinea-Bissau. You say Nigeria will wallop them. Now things have changed. And 3 draws in 3 games. I think they will struggle. They will struggle. But it's still. I think it's about 8 games more to go. Yeah. So let's see if they can turn things around.
Okay. I hope. Like they say, the gods of football will be there for Nigeria. If there is a god of football, actually.
Yes. Let's hope because
well, they will meet up
with the extension of teams going to the World Cup, thanks to what Morocco did. I think Nigeria should be there alongside Ghana. So
talking about Morocco.
Wow.
What did you think about the game against Zambia?
The qualifiers. Actually, I did not get the chance to watch, but we all know what Morocco is capable of doing.
Morocco is
like what they did in the World Cup. They made Africa proud, and their coach is doing a good job.
And they stick to the same coach.
Yes, they stick.
But
to
do
him.
you
In this case, can you even sack this coach? A coach who took you to semi-finals in the World Cup.
They've played 2 games and they won 2 games in the
qualifier. They won
all
2, yes.
All 2. So they are in the top of the league.
Yes.
And
I tipped them to top their group. That one is 90%.
But they didn't do fine in the last AFCON. What do you think went wrong?
Yes. AFCON is
too
like
much
that.
expectation, every team are waiting for them because of their outcome in the World Cup.
Yeah, because we went to the AFCON just after the World Cup. So everybody who is playing Morocco will put up the best performance,
So
because you know what they are capable of, and everybody sat on television, watched them perform. So it was maybe over confidence, maybe I might say, or maybe they had just a bad tournament. A good team can have a bad tournament.
Exactly.
If you mention,
but they didn't do bad. They won all the group games. Remember?
Yeah,
they won all the group games, and then they proceeded to I think they lost in the quarterfinals.
They lost in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. So it's not bad, but
maybe
they were just not lucky.
Surprise. It's just what Maxwell said about Morocco. It's the same thing happened with Ghana, because Ghana has a good team, actually, to be honest. But sometimes it can backfire.
Okay.
It'll be like everybody is like, who to blame?
Yeah.
No one to blame. Will you blame your colleague striker? No. Should you go to the coach? Maybe. Yeah, but the coach cannot do anything.
So, what about Egypt?
Yeah,
Egypt and Mohamed Salah.
No, Egypt
have played 3 games and they won all 3 in the qualifier.
Yes.
So I think it's going good for them. But still, there's still something missing in the Egyptian team. Their star player, Mohamed Salah. He has not been the Salah we used to know. So eventually they will qualify. What's your thoughts on Egypt national team going to the World Cup and their performance?
Salah can't be there forever. So it's the same thing as you mentioned about Nigerian national team. The time you used to hear about Super Eagles, when he mentioned about Kano, Kocha, Victor Ikpeba, Omokachia, and the rest of them. So it's what happened to Egypt. So Egypt then, when how many players will you? It's uncountable. The time of Zidane, it's the aggressive strikers. So now, the same way happened. It's like rotation. The same thing happened to Ghanaian national team. When it come the time of Suleiman Muntali, Michael Essien, when you hear all those names, you back off. But now they are coming up. The same thing happened with Egypt. They will do the same Salah thing. Now is already like, is coming down. The new ones.
We hope they will perform well if they qualify. Of course, like I said before, our wish is that the strongest team represent Africa in the global football. So I want to thank my panelists for today. Mr. Maxwell, thank you for your contribution, and also Mr. Sonny. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel, Tomprey Studio on YouTube. Also, click the notification button, so if we post anything, you'll be the first to know. Thank you very much, and stay tuned. We'll be back next time for more analysis on football. Thank you. Bye for now.